mid dress.
All right, greetings everyone, and welcome to episode 27 of Custom Cap Collectors. And lots to talk about today. Jam-packed show, and we're very excited to have with us Ryan Simmons of Ryan Simmons Animation, who, if you're a custom hat fan, makes some great hats. And so we're going to hear about his process and about his background. First, we'll go around the room and show us what you're wearing. We'll jump up. Adam, what you got on today?
Yo, what's up? So I have I just had to tell Flanny, chill for a sec. I have Dia de los Kong by none other than Mr. Flanagan.
Yeah.
Thought I'd pay homage in his house on this long trek on my work trip in Ohio. Stoked I can make it work. So yeah, this was inevitable. Probably one of my favorite hats I have, let alone Kong. So yeah.
Sweet. Jesse, what you got on today?
I have Raptor Riders, which I think of as the Hobbit hat. I don't have the appropriate pin for it yet, but I will definitely. So yeah.
Yeah, it does feel very hobbity to me as well. So, and Ryan, what you sporting?
I've got my koi fish. This was actually the first collab that I did with Casey. He hit me up. He's like, what if we did a fish koi? And so, yeah, that's what I'm wearing.
The water on that's beautifully done.
Yeah, it turned out nice.
I think it's fair to say Ryan's mastered the breaking the surface of the water technique across a couple of hats. And so I've got one of the other ones that uses this technique. And that is Float, which honestly was one of my most anticipated hats when it shipped. Like when I ordered it, I was like, ooh, that's going to look really good. And I'm like, come on, come to my house. And just 2 weeks ago, I was with the college group. We took them to the Charleston aquarium. And what do you know? They had a teal, the lights kind of washed it out, but there's a teal shirt. And I walked into the gift shop and I was like, that's it. That's perfect. It goes with the hat. We got turtle up.
Turtly awesome. That's great. I love that.
Turtly awesome. So I was like, yes, I'll take one of those hats, please. All right.
All right. And I'm wearing Forest Rays, which is easily one of my favorite designs from Ryan. Absolutely love this hat. Great colorway, but the embroidery, man, this was something. I remember seeing the mock-up just going, how are they going to make this work? And the effect was just pulled off perfectly. Great hat.
Yeah, having grown up in a little bit in the Ozarks as a little kid and in the Midwest, just that sunlight filtering through the trees felt extremely familiar to me. And I know Ryan's out there in the great American West, and I've been to Salt Lake. There's not a lot of thick forest with sunlight streaming through. So what was the inspiration for that one? I mean, that doesn't feel very Utah to me. Is that from another place?
Okay, so here's something you need to know. Casey will send me a picture.
Okay.
He'll say, what if we did something like this? So like the Raptor Riders that Jesse's wearing, he's like, what if we did like a gnome on a falcon? I'm like, okay. So with Forest Rays, he was like, what if we did like a forest scene with like light rays streaming through? I was like, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so.
Great.
I mean, that's really cool that he's sort of farming out ideas like that. That's very
Right. So he
cool.
just comes to you with a concept and says, challenge, and you say accept it, and away you go, right?
Yeah. He's told me that he gives me all the difficult designs.
Oh, okay.
Well, this one is not, this one's not very sort of cartoony mascotty, which is obviously a great strength of Casey. He does really great with mascots, but it feels photorealistic in some respects. So
the funny thing is that I think that was I did the koi and then I did that one. And I wasn't really aware yet that you needed to limit the number of colors. And so my original mock-up was like, I put a gradient in it and it was like, how many colors? I'm like, 27. And And so then the challenge was like, how do I get this thing down? So that was the hardest thing. And then, of course, he tweaked the colors like he does to make it look even better, you know?
That's great.
Can someone check to make sure we're actually streaming on YouTube? I don't see anybody.
I did, actually, yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on.
I
Yeah,
don't
we're
see
streaming.
anybody there. Nobody's in there, but like it's
The nerve.
I know.
The nerve of everybody to be late. Good Lord.
Yeah. Usually there's at least somebody in there. So
There usually is. So I'm wondering.
They're all holding out until Glenn gets on.
Yeah. They're all Glenn. I'm wondering.
No, there are there's three people on, but obviously I'm one of them. I'll just
And
Okay.
so am I. Yeah.
I'm gonna get it.
Me too. Yeah. So
Maybe share
two of
the
big
link.
viewers.
Maybe I pasted the wrong link in.
Yeah. Ed Hull is on. Hi, Ed.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. So we are. I just wanted to make sure because I usually somebody says hi in the chat already. All right. Well, first of all, if you're a long-term fan of Clink and you watch Sundays, you've heard from Ryan before. He was on with Leon twice, and I went back and watched one of them today. And for me personally, as a collector, one of the things that I saw when Ryan was talking about is the importance of silhouette. So he had this example, if I recall correctly, he said like it was a 1940s animation showing the silhouette on the left versus not good silhouette on the right. And in particular, for me as a hat buyer, I care a tremendous amount about a silhouette. I'm a teacher, wear my hats in the classroom. I want that kid in the back row not to be like, what is he wearing? You know, like, I want people to know what my hat is from a distance. And so there's two examples. Now I picked two examples below of hats that didn't get made, but ought to get made. Hint, hint.
Oh, that zebra is really good. Is that Ryan's zebra?
Yeah.
Both.
Oh,
Both are right.
That needs to get made. I don't know, but you know, if I go out there, maybe I can, twist Casey's arm a little bit. Like, come on.
Well, actually, the zebra did go up in crits and it didn't pass. But now that I look at it, as I've done the tiger one, played with lighting, I could do more with that.
All right.
Gonna say, are we gonna Lisa Frank this like that tiger? Because
keeping her vision alive. That's what I'm here for.
And the one on the
I
left,
say that with love. That is meant very much as a compliment.
Yeah.
80s, 90s kids, we remember.
Mm-hmm.
The one on the left is another one that get made in. I don't think we've ever had a surfboard hat. We certainly had surfing hats, and we've had skater, multiple skating hats. I don't know if we've ever had a snowboarding one. So it seems to me this is a kind of a missing sport from the Clink lineup. But you can tell if you look at the design, it's got a great silhouette, and so you can tell the figure with the arms stretched out. Nice.
Yeah, I think that one needs to be time different. It also went up to crits and didn't pass. So maybe it needs to come out in the summer or the winter when people have got snow on their mind.
Well, hey, hopefully I can nudge you because I think both of these have a lot of potential. Like I would buy both these hats as is, if you want to tweak it and make a better wrinkle, then go for it. So, and then if you don't know, Casey is a giant, so I don't know that Ryan is necessarily short, but apparently Casey makes everybody look short. If you look at any of the,
is a large man.
Yeah. So currently, one of the things that I personally like about Ryan's work a lot is motion. It's very hard to convey motion in a two-dimensional space, and he has work as an animator. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the animation side?
So I worked at DreamWorks and Warner Brothers on a number of films, and I helped animate everything that moved that was not the character. So I wasn't in the character department. I was in the special effects department where we did water ripples, smoke, tons of shadows, rim lighting, smoke, explosions, all that kind of stuff. So my brain has already been wired from many years ago, to put some fun lighting on it, put some tones and shadows. So that's been my background. And so yeah, water comes naturally to me, and drips and stuff. I've done a lot of that.
And you see in the one that's in the shop right now, so you see the drip coming off the jaws of the tiger, and that is captured a fraction of a second in time, like a still shot of a moving thing. And this is one thing I love about your work. You've got the exhaling reaper, and you not only can you tell that the breath is deadly with the skulls, but like you can almost feel like this, it's curving up in the air. And then the one that Jesse's wearing, you feel like you just caught a moment where the wings are flapping. And so challenging to convey motion with a two-dimensional object. And then the one on the left riding the doggy, it's mid gallop. So, and as an animator, that's one of the things that you think about. Now here in Atlanta, I got to meet somebody who worked as an animator at Turner, and I didn't know anything about it. And he said, well, he's like, we don't draw every single movement. He's like, if a character is going to take off fast, we have them lean back and then lean forward, and then we skip, and then the next thing you see, like they're already this far across the screen, and your brain just fills that in. And I said, are you serious? He goes, yeah, we don't draw all that. I was like,
For the fast movements, yeah.
For the fast movements, he's like, you just go whoop, and then your brain just goes, oh, it moved from here to here, and you just assume it happened so fast that it just was like a blip.
Yeah.
And I was like, no way. He's
so
like,
who was your friend that worked at Turner? What did they work on? Because I worked well.
He worked on Harvey Birdman on Adult Swim.
Oh, okay. That was after me.
And he would help out with other projects, but that was the one where he was the lead animator. So he did that particular show. His name is, I know his screen name. He's a big Star Wars fan. His screen name was Loose Tune. I knew him as a Star Wars collector. So.
Got it.
Steve something with an S.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Ryan sent me these pictures showing, I'm going to try to figure out the layout here. Maybe we'll change this up a little bit. Let's just make this big for a second so we can see. And so I believe the first one is the top right. Is that correct?
No, bottom left with the red grid.
All right. Yeah. So walk us through your process here.
So this is just rough. I knew I wanted the water ripples to feel like they're on a plane. So I just made a really rough grid. And I liked the water ripples, but it felt more like it was a pond and not like in the ocean at all. And then the next version would be the top right, where I added some more ripples on the right, but now it looks like he's just holding still. He's not moving because the one on the bottom left, it's coming from behind him. Or sorry, he's creating it and it's trailing off behind. So it was just another attempt, but in the top right, I did add the shadow, which I loved. And that was inspired by the koi fish, because the koi design also had that shadow. And then bottom right, let's see, this was the new design, and it's actually still rough. And you can see I'm changing what's going on with the fin. It was looking pretty stark out there. So I'm like, what if I chewed it up like he's been through some things? And then top left is my final. And then, as we know, the final, the color of the cap is a lot lighter blue. I kind of liked it this dark, where just get a hint of the shadow. And yeah, so that's kind of how that one progressed.
All right. So I've got that right here in hand. So let me.
This was also a lesson learned, because we've got the 3 different levels of embroidery, and of course the ripples are the top. So they're the third one, but they're bulky. And so what I learned from this is that you've got these really fine tips that I've created on the ripples, and then you make it the big puff embroidery, and they kind of get lost and they kind of get mushy.
So one of the things, I'm going to make myself big here for a second so that we can see this.
I'm going to be reacting periodically. I've got the pens game on silent in the back.
I can't reach. There we go. I can't reach the button to make myself big. But so comparing your two ripple effects. So in the koi, you've got the rounded, like tossing a pebble in a pond where it kind of ripples out in all directions. And then, here you progress. So you've got this apparent motion and it's trailing back behind. And honestly, one of my favorite things is the shadow. And the shadow is slightly wavy. And I don't know if that's primarily a stitching attribute.
That was stitching. Yeah, I added that in because I helped with that. So I just put some ripples lines in there, so it looked like it was going over some kind of surface.
But of course, if you've ever walked in an ocean area, you know that the sand itself is rippled, right? So it's often not flat motion as you move along, and so just really, really cool. So let's go to
Is it me or is it Matt that froze?
Matt's frozen.
Hmm.
Well, Ryan, while we wait for him
It's
to
Matt.
unfreeze, I did not watch the other show, so I'm just ignorant as heck. How did you get started in animation?
So my dad is an animator as well, and I've always
Oh,
drawn.
wow.
And I was going to go to an animation school, and he's like, "Hey, we need people right now. Fill in these in between drawings for these couple of scenes." And I did it, and they tested it, and they're like, "That's good. You want a job?" I was like, "Absolutely."
Oh, wow.
And
I got in
That's a
when I
nice-
was 21 years old, and
Oh, wow.
yeah. So I worked on Cats Don't Dance, Quest for Camelot, The Iron Giant, The Road to El Dorado, and Spirit, Stein and Simmons.
wow.
Yeah.
That's
That's
incredible.
awesome.
Oh.
Mhm. So in each movie, if you wait about 10 minutes into the credits, you'll see my name.
Yes.
well,
Iron
tell us.
Giant. Iron Giant is a classic and an excellent film.
It is. That's the one I'm proud of. Yeah.
Walk us through your progression on this one.
Okay. So top left, believe it or not, that's a rough color one. And then over on the right, top right, that's cleaned up. You can tell I've played with the colors on the mountains. Made the shadows a bit darker. Just kind of played with it, cleaned it all up. The other thing too is I looked at a lot of different shapes for like camping and adventure patches, and this one worked the best. But then I did some different color variations for the hat, so you can't see the full hat, but it's the top right one has a orange undervisor, and then the bottom right one I like just the all dark because it really made it pop. And then you can see on the left the colors that Casey chose. They work. Not my favorite, but I don't know. I just felt like the other color ways had more pop to it.
So the one thing I'll say about Casey going with this turquoise color is that this is not a color that I personally wear all that often, but having now spent some time in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and in Utah, it's very much the color of native jewelry. And so
True.
it feels, from a color reference, feels very true to the Four Corners region of the United States. And so I've really come to appreciate this. I did find one shirt that this goes with. And so every time I wear that shirt to teach in, I always wear this hat. And so this is actually one of my favorite hats. Big fan of travel, big fan of that West. And in fact, in about a month, we're going to Arches and Canyonlands and Grand Staircase. So I'll definitely be taking this hat with me on the journey. And
Nice.
I absolutely love this hat.
This one, before this one, I did the I can't remember the name of it, but the Joshua tree for holly, clinker holly, and that had so much detail that we were like, this just cannot have. There it is. This
Oh,
cannot
that's
have
so
any
pretty.
raised embroidery. We just kept it all flat. And so when we did this one, we knew same thing. We'll raise the border around it, but keep it all flat, and then that way all the details will stay crisp.
Give me a second. I'll make you big here. Hold that up again, Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that,
every detail comes through so clearly. It's that really, I can see how like raised embroidery would kind of get in the way.
Yep. And so again, this is one where Casey said, "Hey, Holly has an idea. Will you work with her on this?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." She's like, "I want a tortoise and a rabbit, and there's this rock called like skull face, even though it kind of doesn't look that much like a skull." But I had way more points and needles on that Joshua tree, and Casey's like, "You got to cut those off." I'll have like a third of those. I was like, "Okay." Yeah.
I had a chance to go visit that place about 3 years ago. I had a conference in San Diego for work, and so I flew into LAX, rented a car, and just drove out. And I only had 3 or 4 hours at Joshua Tree, and I'm from the East, and the desert is a completely foreign, alien feeling environment. But I love it partly because it's so different. It feels almost like another planet to me, being from the more moist part of the country. And it is true that the rock does look like a skull, but you have to stand at a certain angle to get that impression. So if you ever get a chance to hit Joshua Tree, it's worth your time. My mother did not like it. It was, you've seen one Joshua Tree, you've seen them all. That was not my reaction. So I had a lot of fun there. So
that's cool.
Is your mom out giving 1-star reviews to national parks?
She's a big parks person. Like they've probably seen like 40 national parks, but she was just not impressed with Joshua Tree. That was not high on her list. So walk us through this one. I'll make the art big again here.
So this one, I'd done the koi and the shark, and I was like, oh, let's do something similar to that. So the top right is actually the first iteration where he's coming up and breaking the surface with his head, and it was similar ripples to the shark. And I showed that to Casey, and he's like, do a top view. And I was like, top view, that's going to be a pain. But I did it, and I was like, oh, okay, that looks way better. So top left was this version. And of course, I have photo reference that I pulled from the internet so I can, get things right. I did design all that water by myself. I just knew what to do on that one. So I showed that to him, and he said, that's good, but push his fins down a little bit more. So as you can see in the bottom right, now the fins, whatever his flippers are called, his arms, they don't come up as much. And I was worried it was a little bit boring. And so we talked about, what if we made it a nighttime thing? And we have like stars, like
bioluminescent.
Yeah, well, that's supposed to be like the stars reflected in the ripples, and it just didn't work as that. It kind of looked like he was magical or something. It just didn't. It didn't work, and it didn't really help that I just copied and pasted all those stars and didn't draw them at different angles or something. So we're like, yeah, let's scrap that. And then we added in, as you can see on the final on the left bottom, we added in that shadow. It was much bigger, but then as I shrunk it down, it made it look like, he's further up. And I believe in the colors that we chose that were on the final art before the hat was made, the colors of the parts of them under the water were much darker. And so when it came out, I think somewhere during the production process, he changed them. So it's a little bit lighter. But yeah, that's kind of how that one came about.
Cool. I had a chance to go down here in the eastern part of the United States. We have down on the coast of Georgia, Atlantic coast, there's a place called Cumberland Island. And Cumberland Island famously has sea turtles that nest. And my husband and I went down, and we were going to camp overnight. And so the park boat takes you out, and you go through orientation from the Park Service, and they
Oh, we lost him again. Hey, we got a bunch of people in the chat. So
hey, all right.
Oh yeah, new people are showing up. So we got Matt, we got Zach, we got Brandon and Patrick.
Very nice.
Yay. Nice. So we're no longer alone.
Guys, I didn't know we're supposed to be switching our hats every 5 minutes. I just feel like I should
it's a thing. It's a thing. You're
Yeah,
fine.
Not
there we
all of
go.
us. Not all of us partake, Ryan. You're good.
I feel like it's like Mr. Rogers taking his shoes off and on. And
Right?
oh, I didn't know about this part.
Aaron in particular likes to try to work in as many as possible under the radar. So when the screens go big and he's back there backstage, like swapping hats furiously.
I love it.
So anyway, so we went down and we camped at Cumberland Island, which is where the turtles come ashore. And at the orientation, the park rangers were telling us, like, you can go out at night, but you're not allowed to take a flashlight because it's disorienting and it might throw them off. And so we understood this. And so the campground is inland. It's where the trees are. And so about midnight, between midnight and 1 a.m., I woke up in the tent and I said, okay, let's go look. Let's go see if we can see some sea turtles. And so we walked out, and it's honestly an indelible memory, not because we saw sea turtles, because we saw zero. We walked about a mile up the beach looking for any like little trail for the mom sea turtles coming up to lay their eggs, but just walking along that beach, and the moon was so bright you could have read a book. And so I'm wondering if that's why they didn't come ashore that night. Maybe the moonlight was too bright, and maybe it was not the right time. But just that experience of being in that habitat, and that's a wildlife area, and it's just extraordinary. I'd still love to go back sometime and actually get to observe the sea turtles coming in to lay their hatchlings. Adam, I know you worked with the zoo before you went to training. Any comments about his portrayal of wildlife? So in particular, Ryan's very good at some of the wildlife.
Yeah. No, like specific comments. Obviously, I buy them and I've rocked them. So that's should tell you everything you need to know. And they're very, true to form and fun. I took the turtle to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, which is actually one of the biggest aquariums in the U.S. So there was a couple people got some looks and got some comments and everything. It was a really good one. And one, unfortunately, I don't have with me, but while I have the floor, I'd say is my favorite. Hopefully we talk about, or you can speak to, is actually the Dreamcatcher with Marlin. So I grew up with a Dreamcatcher in my window. My dad is Native American, so that was always big to us. So I was really stoked to just see that kind of hit crits that morning, and I bought that like same night. I was really stoked to see that one. So yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that I did that one because I didn't get any credit, which I'm totally fine with. You don't understand. I work in animation. I do stuff for people on the internet and projects and web training, blah, blah, blah. My name's never on anything. So I'm not like, what am I, a ghost artist? I'm doing all this for everything. No, I don't care. But yeah, I don't even have that one, the Dreamcatcher hat.
What? Really?
Well, if I don't get credit, they don't send it to me for free. And I'm like,
oh,
someone just
that's a
had it on
shame.
buy sell trade. I don't know what your size is.
What size are you?
I expect it.
7 3/8.
Done.
There you go.
So
We'll be in
I'll toss
possession
our
before you know it.
I'll toss to our biologist. Do you have any questions, comments about these ant critters?
I have a
Wait, were you
question.
asking me? I didn't hear that.
The biologist.
I'm a molecular biologist, so and then I teach anatomy. So like, unless you're doing like an anatomical like structure, like, do you want to show a turtle scapula? We can talk about that, but like the rest of it, that's Adam's domain.
Yeah, Glenn, go ahead.
I'm super curious, Ryan. Glenn here, by the way. I'm sorry I joined late. I'm super curious about the backyard hangout design, and where did you come up with the concept and the idea of putting that one together?
Okay, you need to know this. This is so funny. So many of these are Casey texting me and said, with like a image, photo, hey, what about this? He's like, so that whole idea was Casey. He's
okay.
That's so funny.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. That turned out really nice.
Yeah, it did.
So most of these are Casey saying, hey, what about this? Can we do something like this? And I'm like, sure. Because if he wants it, it's going straight in the store. That's a no-brainer for me. So
yeah, it is.
So Ryan, I will tell you, my first impression when I saw this is that it's a dibs chair on summer vacation.
Yeah.
You know about a dibs chair, yeah?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. So like in big cities in the north, Pittsburgh and Chicago are the ones I hear about it the most. Like big snow comes, you dig out your parking spot on the street, and then you
Oh,
put a chair, as in this is my spot,
yeah.
and the neighborhood respects that, or they're supposed to. So my first impression is dibs chair on summer,
Yeah.
on summer break. I've been listening to Bad Money for ages. I don't know
That's where I
when.
was gonna go with it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
this
yeah.
hat
the new
came out
album
and
cover.
the album came out, or I don't remember when, but then I switched from Dibs Chair to the Bad Bunny DTMF album. So
Yeah.
it's
So,
both. It's both.
so there's no real great story, Glenn. It's that Casey said do this, and I was like, okay, that sounds fun. Like that one, the Raptor Riders, the Desert Cactus, the Joshua Tree, the Mylar rocket balloon.
Mm.
So many. And so what's funny is that I'll get sent the form that says, okay, you're submitting this. What was your inspiration for this? And I literally just want to type, Casey told me to make it. The nuclear, the power plant, San Onofre,
Yeah.
which I have, the two half dome. He said, "Hey, you know the slam mark?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've driven by it. There it is." And so all I know is that whenever I drove by it with my kids in the car, I was like, "Oh, okay, that looks like two boobs." Let's talk about something else.
That's for those
And
of
so
us that have surfed
one,
it. Those are the boobs.
yeah.
Right.
So on this one, when I got the form, it's like, "What was your inspiration?" And I was like, I just wrote, "Let Casey fill this part out," because I have no idea. So
And basically, what Jessie was trying to say in her nice way was, this would be the time to tell us if you are the direct inspiration for Bad Bunny's album cover. The most successfully streamed artist on the planet.
if I was, I wouldn't be here right now. I would be at his place.
Paco's here.
Well, we're joined.
Yay!
Hey,
Yeah, welcome,
look at
Paco.
that. The gang's
He's
all
out
here.
moving now.
Oh,
Either he's really still or really frozen. There he is.
Yeah, he's just waiting. He thinks he's not on yet.
He's in the show. All right. Well, hopefully he comes to in a minute here.
Somebody hold a spoon up to his nose. See if we get the steam.
Oh, maybe he's having some connectivity issues. All right. Well, let's jump in and look at one of your latest designs. So this one's gone. This pre-orders closed on this, but this was in the shop very recently. And it's based on this historical. Was this a Casey idea or is this your idea?
No, it was not mine. Casey said, hey, Marlon showed me this picture, this buffalo hunting picture. And do you guys hear that noise?
Yeah, that's Paco.
Okay. Anyway, he's like, we want, work with Marlon on this. Also, the Uncle Bigfoot that just came out, that was also a collab with him. But yeah, he said use as many colors as you want. We want to make it look like it's painted and, make it detailed. And I said, well, what are we going to do about embroidery? Because, if we just got to basically keep it flat. But yeah, I sketched out the horse and then ran it by him. And he's like, you got to change the front legs. As you can see, kind of the middle, the sketch with the bald Indian. The horse's hooves it's not a good silhouette. So on the far right, I opened them up a bit. Tried to keep the details to a minimum, but and then one thing he changed was he said because I did have that little stake or dagger or whatever in the buffalo, just like the painting. He's like, no, take that out. So it looks like this is going to be the first strike. So
is that because of New Era and their blood aversion?
I don't know. Well, it shouldn't be. You've got that bloody Band-Aid one. So
Grapes.
Yeah, scrapes. Scrapes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think he was just wanting to tell the story like this was already going. And then Matt, did you see that? I also included that image of the embroidery of it.
I'll next slide.
Sure.
We'll advance here.
Okay. Yeah. So these are on the left. These are the colors I submitted, and then he tweaked them. You can still see the little dagger in there, but with the embroidery, I just left everything flat, and then just the heads and the hooves, I brought up just to level 2, so that everything could be detailed and not get puffy and bloated looking.
Right.
So we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's quite different from pretty much a lot of things that Clink does. So I'm like really curious to see how this turns out.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe there'll be a whole line of like painting reproductions like next, and he'll ask you to do them. Who knows?
It might be fun just to keep the same hunter there. Just have the Mona Lisa, and he's like, Starry Night, shoot it. Who knows?
Right. There you go.
So I did want to ask though, like, so in the right-hand side where the yellow, it says, thin raised, and then full embroidery. Is that, I'm a collector, I'm not a designer. Is that something that that you folks see, or is that something that Casey does and like he just happened to share that with you?
So this is the process. It's a screenshot taken from the file that we actually send to New Era or whoever does the embroidery, and so it's kind of like a terrain map saying anything that's white is just going to be right on, no raised. Anything yellow is going to be raised a little, and then the thickest, the highest is going to be blue. This one we didn't do any blue, just because of like on the shark one, the fin and the water ripples would be blue because they were the thickest top level. So it's a system that they already have, and Casey taught me how to do this a number of years ago, and so now I get to touch every single logo, and then he'll add some stuff to it in the end as well.
Seeing that image on the right is almost like a little peek behind the curtain. I've never seen that before, and I think that's really, really cool to see. Thank you so much for sharing that, because that's a really just a different aspect than what we're used to seeing. So
yeah,
that's very cool.
Yeah, and then you can see, like, if you look on the left, the shadows are just plain, and on the right, I added lines to show, so it'll get stitched and have those sections done where the lines are. So it kind of creates like a texture or terrain that they're going over as well.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's fun. I love doing it.
I can imagine. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. And then the one that's in the shop right now. So walk us through the development of this particular design. I think this is the last one where we have a sequence. So let's have you talk us through it.
All right. So top right, the gray one, I knew sticking with this water theme, fish, shark, turtle, I was like, it'd be fun to have just this penguin diving down and have the light source be above him. So the first one is just my general attempt at that. And then the next one, bottom left, is kind of putting the tones and stuff. And I was like, is it boring with just him diving and not doing anything else? You can see in the top right, I didn't have his mouth open. And I realized the one thing that's going to make him look like he's happy is that little colored highlight on his cheek, like he's kind of smiling. So in the bottom left, I added the fish. I'm like, maybe that kind of gives it a purpose. And it was my kind of attempt, those water ripples, to show the surface, show he's underneath. But I didn't really like him. I didn't like him. So if you go top left, I went a whole new approach. And I was like, well, what if I just put him in this circle and he's breaking it with his fin and his face and stuff? And I'm like, this looks good, but why does this feel so familiar? And I pulled up some of Raphael's animals underwater. I was like, oh, this is like an homage to him. It looked so much like a turtle one that he did, and I was like, well, this works. This looks good, but this isn't the direction I should go. So bottom right, I took the water ripples in the surface and I just kind of warped them. And then I also realized if you look bottom left, all those tiny little bubbles are not going to embroider well. So bottom right, I enlarged them, made them, bigger shapes that can embroider together. And then Casey got a hold of it, and he just punched those colors up, and he did some amazing stuff with the water ripples that gave it even more depth. I loved what he did. And funnily enough, I totally forgot to include the fish. I had that layer turned off when I exported it. And then I was like, oh, I forgot the fish. And he's like, it doesn't really need it. I'm like, okay, I agree.
Cool.
That's funny. I liked the fish personally, but I can see it working either way.
It's funny because without it now, if you look at the one in the store, it has a very oval feel to it altogether, whereas the fish just kind of a little bump in it, So I think it works.
Yep.
I think it works well. It was supposed to be like my +1, make it a little more interesting. But I fought with this one. You can ask my girlfriend. I was like, I can't figure out these bubbles, and I can't figure out the lighting, and I fight with almost all of them, but this one in particular, I was like, I just had to walk away from it so many times. So I'm really, really pleased that it came to where it's at now.
Ryan, this one is outstanding. I freaking love this one. I was so excited that it went through. Growing up, penguin was always my favorite animal, so automatically it strikes a chord with me, and it also reminds me of this sculpture from one of our cruises my wife and I went on, except it was a person diving into the water, but very similar, or it was like a mermaid or something. But anyway, this one is just it blew me away when I saw it. And I was like, wow, this is something right here. Like I'm super excited to see how this one comes out. I know it's going to be gorgeous, and just kudos to you on this one. It's outstanding.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. It's funny. You said you're wondering how it's going to turn out. Just today, I was working on the embroidery for it. So I got the bubbles in the front and the fin and the beak are all going to be level 3, the puff one. And then the rest of the body and some of the bubbles are level 2. And then obviously the ripples in the back are going to be 1. So they're flat so that they come out nice and crisp.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
So one of the things we can see in your art is that the prior experience you had animating water really comes into play, right? You've gotten to use that experience and turn that into hats as well. The one comment I made, and I think I made this privately to our group, but it did remind me a little bit of a minor league baseball hat. So I'm just going to share this one. And
Will
Matthew.
Here we are.
Dude, Matthew, all
Now
those hats are disturbing your Wi-Fi, bro.
Right?
we need to chip in and get him a Wi-Fi extender.
Yeah,
Something.
water extender.
I have one. It's out in the
Is
hallway.
it, is it underneath those hats?
I don't know.
Right.
But, I don't know if you've seen
that one.
it's I want to say this is one of the Wisconsin minor league teams. I think this is called the Beloit Sky Carp, if I remember correctly.
Sky Carp.
Yeah.
And it just has the neck breaking the surface, and so we're getting the underwater view. So, you're, to be very clear, I'm not saying that yours is the same, but it has that same kind of, we're getting the view from beneath. So
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, I just have to stop you. There is a fight. The timer has run out. The game is over. These guys are getting into a fight, and I just needed to share that with you because the rivalry is fierce. Like people are getting knocked out. I don't know
What are
what's
we talking about?
happening.
Flyers,
I'm so
Penguins.
sorry. Flyers.
Oh,
and
who won the game?
Penguins. Pens.
They're still alive. Still alive.
Yeah. Okay. I 100% am focused now, but that was.
Puck everyone.
I wish I could be there. Oh my god. Okay, but I'm here, and this is also a very nice place to be, and I'm like 95% focused.
We're the consolation prize.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, let's bring it back.
So the next, we're going to proceed to clink room opening the next slide. So last chance, if anybody wants to ask Ryan in particular about any particular designs or anything with this technique, this would be the moment.
Give me 1 second.
I got a quick one.
Go ahead.
So obviously you do a lot of collaborative work with Casey just based on the stories that you've told us and everything. I'm always curious about how the collaborative process works when two artists are getting together. It's not just a idea person and an artist. I'm always very curious how the back and forth goes with hats, and that one in particular I was just going to show, because this one is something you worked on with Sierragons. How does that back and forth go, with the idea, the exchange of ideas, I mean, do you guys each kind of draw certain aspects of the logo and just see where it goes?
Yeah, that one with Sierra, the hockey puck, I had created that for somebody else and basically had that pose, and it was a hockey puck. And he did some sketch on Instagram and of a hockey puck character. I sent him a message. I'm like, oh, that looks just like, it reminds me of this. And he's like, oh, that's cool. He's like, we should get that in the store. Do you want to collab? I'm like, sure. And so he was like, I'll put the gloves on and the boots and everything. And then I looked at it and I was like, okay, let's work on the silhouette. Let's take this foot, let's move it out a little. Let's move this, and make little tweaks and stuff like that.
Right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. With Casey, it's much more like he gets final say. It's not like me and Sierra where it's like there's two artists who are on equal footing.
Right.
It's like with Casey, it's like if he doesn't like it, it's not going to go through. So we just keep working on it until we get it right. But yeah, usually he sends me like a photo of like that gnome sitting on a mushroom. He sent me a photo and it just had this great lighting and feeling. He's like, oh, we should do something like this. And I was like, okay, let me try that. And so then he's like, what if we did this? Or like with the tiger drip thirst one. I did that on my own, but I ran it by him. And first it was just his mouth was closed and it was just dripping. He was looking up at you and he said, make it more fierce. That's all he said. So I was like, okay, mean eyes, and maybe I'll show some teeth, and then I'll know I'm done when he's just like, I love it. Email it to me. And then I'm like, well, I got to clean it up. It's still rough, So, but yeah, he'll just keep making. The one we had the hardest time was that Mylar balloon, the rocket. That one was like, oh, the biggest pain. And then, yeah, there it is. I put a lot of work, a lot of detail, and then he's like, change these colors, have the earth colors here and this. And first couple versions were too overworked or whatever, but it was really funny because he put it through and it didn't have a lot of sales. And when it closed, he texted me, he's like, man, I feel so bad I made you do that. And we didn't get enough sales. And I was like, don't feel bad at all, because I learned something from it. I had to struggle with that, and I'm a better artist now because I went through all that. He's like, oh, well, that's a good attitude. I'm like, yeah, you can't hit a home run every single time. That just doesn't work.
Well, on that note, I feel like we have a question over here.
Okay.
What's up, man?
Hey.
I'm officially clocked out. I just finished cleaning, and this is still so surreal. I guess from an artist standpoint, is like I'm always trying to. I've told Taylor this multiple times too. I was like, I promise I'm thinking about embroidery when I draw this. So it's like maybe just any like hints or tips you can give those of us that like things we could do so you don't have to make as many tweaks to it. You know what I mean? That it's just, and some of them do just go through and you're like, okay, that's ready to go. Yeah, I don't know if you can speak on that at all for all of us. That'd be awesome, dude.
Yeah. So basically, whatever the logo looks like is, if it's gone through Casey, that's the final. And then we just look at it, and if it's like a character going like this, obviously both of the hands are going to be the highest raised level, level 3, you know. And then it comes down to, if there's a tail behind him, I can say, well, let's make the body number 2. Let's make the tail 1, just to show that those 3 levels. So I don't think you really need to do anything to change your art for the embroidery. Like if it's really, really detailed, a lot of fine stuff, usually we just leave those. Even if it's level 3, we don't break it into smaller sections. We keep that all. So even if it's raised, it's still continuous, and it's the same level, so it doesn't get all, you know, blurry and
right
messed up. But yeah, we just kind of take what's given to us and just, you know, have fun with it. Yeah, but I'm always thinking about how it's going to embroider. It's like, oh, I can make it this big, but this might blow it out, so let's not do that, you know.
Cool.
Any other questions?
Somebody in the chat wanted to hear about the Hyde and Jekyll hat.
Oh, yeah.
Cider or a glass of wine or something.
There it is, yeah. This was actually, it was the Dr. Jekyll, which is the crazy version, right? So his skin tearing apart, my inspiration for that was that show Loki that was on Disney Plus. There's a thing where he's like glitching, he's like, his head's going back and forth. And I saw like a frame of it online, a picture, and it's just these streaks going through his face. And like, that is awesome. And I was just like, what could we do with that? And I just thought, oh, like transition, Jekyll and Hyde. And then I just kind of did the monster version. I lit him from underneath. And that one was kind of small, and a lot of the details I don't think came out very crisp on it. I was still learning. Like if I were to do that one again, I would simplify it a lot, not have things come to a small point for sure. But yeah, that's kind of the inspiration. I just saw that smear frame, and I was like, I got to do something with that. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions for Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan, was there any Lisa Frank influence for Thirst for Danger?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow.
Okay. It's this hat. This is my one that is not a clink hat, but I'm playing with colors, right? And I love bright colors. So this one, oddly enough, it went to crits, and it was a weird week where somebody submitted a design for their company, and they wanted their logo put on a whole bunch of hats. And so it was doing well, and then like halfway through the day, everybody's designs took a dive, and this one went straight up. So they obviously talked to family and friends and said, downvote everything so that we can win. They didn't understand how it works. So we got the most votes. And then Casey found out, and he's like, no, we're not doing this. So he nixed it. But then all of us with all our designs were like, hey, what about our thing? You know? So I had this one made, but this is like my first real, like, well, that's not true. Anyway, I just love really bright neon colors. And so when I did the Dangerous Thirst one, it was similar to that. So I don't think Lisa Frank's the inspiration, but I do like I do. Oh, you know what it's got to be, because I grew up in the '80s and I wore those TNC surf design shirts, and they had bright, hot pink and hot orange and neon green, and I think that's where I learned to love that.
Right on.
Very nice.
And another hat that doesn't get much hype, but is super awesome because of what you did with it, and you never see it come up for sale, is Forest Rays. that thing is just beautiful. How you did the light and everything. You're just like the light master, dude. That hat is it's complex and basic at the same time, and it's just awesome.
Well, kudos to Casey. I wasn't working on embroidery back then, but like they did the trees, the thick, the thin, and even when I saw it, I was like, oh wow, this is better than I planned for. You know,
That's pretty cool.
yeah,
That's nice when that works out that way.
I'm gonna toss up one last one. I think I've held up every one of your hats that I own, but this is fun.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
That's so funny, Matt. I just pulled that out of the stack.
Here, I'll let you hold it up. How about
About
But
the OG.
the sense of motion? And he's got the original red one. I've got the Cole recolor, but
Yeah.
I like the red. I like the red version just as much, maybe better.
You know what the funny thing about that version is? It has no raised embroidery. It's just totally
Yeah.
flat.
It's great.
It's kind of surprising. I don't think we
Yeah,
would do that
right.
now. Not for
Right.
design that simple.
Right.
But yeah, I'm one of my sons skateboarded all the time, and so I designed it, and then I was like, I asked my kids, I'm like, what should we call this one? It's like a what
It's
is it
Ginger
called now?
Shred Band,
Ginger
right?
Shred.
Ginger Shred.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
yeah.
son's like,
Mhm.
Ginger Shred Man. I'm like, oh yeah, instead of Ginger Snap or something like that. So yeah, the original one, I had a double cookie for the skateboard, and Casey took one out. So yeah, works better that way.
One of my favorite holiday hats. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go to the clink room opening, and Ryan was also there. So we have three panelists who were there.
Well,
gonna
before
mute
you, Matthew,
I'm
as
gonna-
you transition, we're gonna peace out, man. He's closing up
Okay.
shop.
Wait,
So I'm
wait,
gonna,
wait, hang on. Hey,
Oh.
Good seeing you, Flanny.
and Paco, if you obviously caught on, this is the surprise.
Hey, sorry, I was on like.
Dude's in
super
Ohio,
late.
and of course he shows up with a grail.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
AKA,
Yeah,
you
it's cool.
cannot wear it outside in Arizona at any time.
I honestly, I don't know if I want to take it out of the bag.
Don't. That's my suggestion. Don't.
Shipping's crazy, so I just decided to fly it to him.
There you go.
All
That's
right,
good
y'all.
service.
Well, it's nice seeing you guys. Take care. Ryan,
see you
nice
guys.
to informally meet you.
Yeah, you too, both of you.
Later on, guys. Nice to see you, Flanny. We'll see you, bro.
You too, guys. Appreciate
Have
you.
fun.
See ya. Let's see, take this down.
All right. So I'm gonna let. Whoops. I'm gonna. Sorry about that. Here we go. So I've got some slides both from Aaron and Paco. I'm going to toss to Aaron, and I'm going to move closer to my router. So if I disappear, I'll be back. I'm gonna-
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Not
as
painting her
everyone,
toenails, so
I'm not.
easy,
Dog's
easy.
too crazy tonight. No toenail. It'll happen this weekend.
As everyone knows, this past weekend was the official grand opening for the Clink Room, and to say that the Friday night VIP party was a special event is a incredible understatement. Paco can attest to it. Unfortunately,
Yep.
Paco, Matt's got you not on screen. I'm sorry about that. But that party on Friday night was incredible. It was just, the vibes were crazy. The camaraderie, the sense of community, the sense of excitement around the Clink Room was just amazing. And what really shocked me, well, I shouldn't say shocked me, but impressed me, was that I would say people started checking out. So everything opened at 4:00, and people started, going up to check out around, I don't know, probably 30, 45 minutes in. Part of the reason for the checkout was because everyone received, as you came in, everyone received one of these cards that was for the grand opening that gave you a free t-shirt and a free Clink hat. So the sooner you got up to check out, the better number of choices that you had to choose your hats. Let's see, let me grab a couple other things. But there was a line. There was a line that was at least 15 people deep for probably 4 solid hours. I mean, it was unbelievable. It really was. It was really crazy to see. But not only was it crazy, but it was exciting. I was so happy to see that for Casey and the team. To see just that level of success, of acknowledgement, of excitement was just amazing. And everybody was walking up to the register with a clip of hats like this.
Oh,
I
guaranteed.
mean, it was insanity. And
it was not
so,
just 1 or 2. There were people dropping racks on racks for the in-store.
Absolutely. Yeah. But it was one of those things. The difference from what I've been told between Friday and Saturday was that people stayed and were hanging out on Friday, whereas on Saturday there was go back to the other view, Matt. That was a better view. where we're all on camera.
There we go.
But the now I lost my train of thought. But at
The
any
difference
rate,
between Friday and Saturday.
The difference between Friday and Saturday, thank you, was that people came on Friday and stayed, whereas what I was told on Saturday, there was a lot of people that came, but there was a lot of just passing through, grabbing stuff and heading out, maybe hanging out for a little bit. So, so it was really impressive just how many people hung out. And I got to meet Paco, and I both got to meet so many people that we had never met in person before. And it was just really neat to see some faces there that have been associated with the Clink Room for a very long time. We got to meet Pierre and Leon. Pierre and Leon and Tony Ross were all there. That was fantastic. I got to spend time hanging out with both Paco and Blaze, which was, again, just an amazing time.
That's a rare occasion in itself, having Blaze in the same place at the same time.
That's great. So I feel very fortunate that I got to take advantage of that. And I even got to meet Ephra, who folks will know, Chamuco Studios.
Chamuco.
He is, and I have to admit that first, I don't know what it is, but he's the only artist that I've ever had a fanboy experience. I couldn't, when I saw him, I was like, oh, I got to go say hi, and then we started chatting and he, once I told him my Instagram handle, he was like, oh, Aaron. And then, and we just chatted for a really long time. He gave me a lot of time, which was really cool. And it was just exciting moments like that, just to be able to really connect with artists that I've been following for a really long time and know that everybody was there connected because of the Clink Room. We were all there to share in the excitement of Casey's vision that he was able to pull off. And I want to give a really, really, really heartfelt shout out to the Clink team, because every one of those people in there absolutely busted their ass the entire weekend and to put on the most incredible event that they possibly could. And I was just so impressed with not only did they handle the crowds and the people, general busyness, they did it with a smile on their face. Thrilled to just part of it and be in the mix with all that. Casey did a phenomenal job, of putting on this party. But what's even more impressive to me is just to really see everything came true, because I remember when he first started talking about the speakeasy publicly, and he talked about the barber chair, he talked about tattoos, he talked about a DJ booth, he talked about all these things, and I remember thinking to myself, is this just pie in the sky things that I really want to, that I think would be fun to do, or is this stuff that's really going to happen? And everything that I ever heard him talk about with the speakeasy it happened. It was all there. I mean, Paco and I both, have new ink to share as a result. Um, so,
I
so it
desperately,
was
well, not desperately, but I would love to know like how many tattoos got done that day.
a lot. Those people, those
Because I saw a
tattoo
lot
artists,
of pictures of
the
people
tattoo
getting.
artists were there. They were there from open to close. So they were there from 4 to 11. And the only time they were not tattooing was when they took an hour break to go, just to take a rest and get some food. But it was, I can't even just begin to tell you just how phenomenal of an event it was. It was really, really, it was a special event. And I felt, Casey made me feel like I was an important piece of that. And he made everybody there feel like that they were important.
Yeah.
And he was so generous with his time and just having a great time, just hanging out with people and just talking clink. And there was families there. There was tons of kids running around. It was pretty crazy. I mean, just how many people are not just grown-ups there to buy hats. It was a bunch of kids. It was a bunch of families just all having a great time. It was really, it was an incredible time. Paco, anything to add? And of course, Ryan, you were there on Saturday too, so I'm sure you've got a few observations to share.
Oh yeah. I mean, having been involved in some way, shape, or form with Clink since 2011. This was really, and you'll have to forgive me if I lose it here, but this is validation for Blaze and I. We've been doing the Merc stuff. In fact, we just released our Future League to coincide with the store opening. And as an artist, and I am sure that every artist in here can say, what am I doing this for? Is anybody listening? Does anybody care what we do? And especially Friday was when Tony Ross buys your hat and asks you to sign it. I can't put a price on that. When you've got somebody from Hat Club who's talking to somebody from the Padres going, hey, those two are the guys who do all the music for Clink Room. I didn't have to say anything. They already knew. It was a point of where your heroes and the people that you idolize become your peers. And it's a very weird moment in time. And it was like, holy cow, like people do care. They do give a fuck. They just, it was really just awe-inspiring. Just as it like, for God's sake, we became the sound for Views from the Vault.
Right.
We still are.
Like I've been saying, Paco, it was a peak experience. This event was truly a peak experience, and I really hope that everybody else that was there had the same experience, had the same opportunity to feel the special excitement, that we felt being there, because it was really, we're not doing it justice, to explain what we experienced on Friday night. It was really special, and I know I can never duplicate it. Yeah, I can never duplicate that ever.
I was wavering on getting a tattoo, and then I just finally said, "Screw! I don't have any tattoos. This is my first one."
Yeah.
But it was to commemorate a point, a place, and a time of people that I've talked to for years, finally under the same roof. And for anybody that would ask, can we bring our kids? Can we bring our family? The answer is you should bring your kids. You should bring your family. As soon as my kids walked in, Luis was like, "Get your tokens, boom, here you go."
Nice.
Same
That's
with
cool.
Casey. I mean, Gabriel got a golden ticket. Go quote unquote acquired a golden ticket. It is what it is. The fact that both of my kids wear 6 and 7/8 and 7 helps immensely. Or at least they're growing into 6 and 7/8. But Casey Gabriel, as we're leaving Saturday night, bye Casey. Like it was amazing. It was, and you have to understand that everybody who works for Clink is a family member or a friend of a family member. Last time I was there before things popped off, Casey's mom is doing the gold inlays on the big long table. Talking to Jamal, he was like, when I came here, Casey's mom was painting the ceiling black. And everybody was painting and everybody was chipping in. And yeah, it is really, Blaze and I said it this way. It's a testament to Casey. Casey says it's a testament to Clinkers, but really it's a testament to Casey. Yeah. And the work and his imagination and everything else, and bringing a community together. This was a tribute to Casey.
Yeah, I remember when Taylor first started, when he first started going down there to help work on the warehouse, and he would tell me, he's all, dude, Casey's like Willy Wonka. These ideas that he has, these ideas that he has and these things that he wants to do with this are just incredible. And every time I walk in that store, that's what I feel. I feel like I've walked into a land of magic, and that there's this person that is just exuding all of this aura, around Clink Room, and it truly is real. It's genuine, and he really is like Willy Wonka. He's creating this magic that all of us just totally love. And then he took that and he channeled it into this moment at this VIP party that was just, I don't even know how to really, put words into it. It was just, the feeling was just amazing. It really was great. Right down to the Gotchaman machines, that he 20-year-old Gotchaman machines that he imported from Japan and had to refurbish himself. They run on yen, and they
run on 100 yen.
It's
coins.
Yeah. A couple of them were 100. Well, they were 100 yen coins, but some took 4, some took 1.
Yep.
And stuff out of that. There's some cool special feature, stickers that we're seeing right there. I've got a handful of those stickers that you're showing now, and I was just opening my pack as a matter of fact. There's Clink air fresheners, to hang from your car mirror. There was
Clink erasers.
Yeah, Clink erasers, specialty pins. Those machines were loaded up. Come back to me, Matt, if you would. So here's here's an example of one of the pins that I got. So that's
I want that. I want one of those.
here's one of the erasers.
Eraser.
And then, here's the. They had a treasure chest up on the counter that was just full of stickers and air fresheners, So here's all the different ones. If that's backwards. But
what do they smell?
But yeah, just all. They don't smell like anything. I haven't taken them out of the package. I don't think I will. But and then just some cool stickers that that we've never seen before. Stuff like that.
Ooh.
I have in my possession a Murder Hornets. I don't have them with me, but I've got a Murder Hornets pin, and I've got the.
You got a Murder Hornets pin? Oh, I'm jealous.
I have a Murder Hornets pin, and I have a King Clink, like we got our tattoos with a chain, an actual chain.
Oh, you got one of those?
I got one of those.
Awesome.
Yep.
So
my kids got a bunch of that stuff, and frankly, awesome. I am dad taxing.
As you should.
But anyway, let's go to Ryan. Let's go to Ryan and get his.
Yeah. Ryan, let's hear about it.
So yeah, I got invited to the VIP party on Friday, but one of my sons was graduating from university that day. So I was like, sorry, Casey, I can't come. And he's
That's
like,
priority.
we'll come the next night. And I was like, I can make that work. So yeah, it really wasn't as crowded, nearly as crowded as what I've heard. But I got my Clink hat there.
Nice.
Very nice. But one of the things I noticed is that everything is done with top quality. Like no corners have been cut at all anywhere. That I stayed there till about 10. That's when they were kind of like closing down, even though it said it went to 11. But I was just kind of talking to them, and they were like having to get those little 100 yen coins. Like apparently they don't like shipping them through the mail, and so they didn't have to do that. They could have just used they could have got a bunch of nickels or something, or you know what I mean. So it was just fun. And for me it was fun to just go up and down the aisles and look at these designs that I worked on for the embroidery and go, okay, did that work? What worked? What didn't work?
Cool.
Yeah, and then at one point I was walking back into the speakeasy, and this couple was checking out, and then I heard somebody say, Ryan, sign their hat. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they had the desert sunset one, and they're like, yeah, sign it with a Sharpie. And I was like, don't you think I'm gonna like ruin it, like devalue it? And I'm like, no. So I signed it, and then Casey a second later like, oh right, I want to get a picture. Pretend you're signing again. So, but everything is just done super high quality. And it was also funny because I had come up with this.
Oh my god!
So this is based on like an MC Escher like repeating thing. So these like interlock.
Tessellation. It's a tessellation.
Oh yeah! Get out of here! That is so cool.
So they do that, and then they like hook up this way. And so I made these like last summer, and I was like, Casey, what if we did this for a hat design? And he's like, no, we'll do it for pins, and we'll have them at the speakeasy.
That's awesome.
When I got there, I was like, hey, do you have those pins? He's like, oh yeah. And he knew they were in one of the vending machines, and so he got some tokens. He's like, I think that one's gonna drop. He did it, and we totally didn't get it. And then he goes in the back and he's looking through all the boxes, and he's like, I can't find him. And then he goes, oh wait, I have the key. I can just unlock the vending machine. It's so funny. I'm like, there you go.
Hilarious.
But apparently they're going to make more of these, and they're going to do different colors. Like we talked about doing like different team colors, like white and blue for Dodgers, and orange and black, or whatever it is. So I was pretty stoked to see that. But I had also stopped by last June. My girlfriend and I went to California to go to Disneyland, and I was like, hey, I want to stop by and meet you. I've been working with you for years, but I've never seen you in person. And so when I got there, they were just still boarding up the windows, and he's like, this is going to be here and that's going to be here. And he's like, I want to make this like a Disneyland for hat collectors. And it's just real fun, and it's just high quality all around. And Casey is really the driving force behind it. And I just remember I've talked to him a number of times. I'm like, I wish we lived closer, because we could just sit there and riff and just come up with crazy ideas. And just when you're a creative person, you have a big imagination, you meet someone else like that, you just want to go back and forth forever, So it was good. Cool. I'm really glad I went.
That's awesome. I was disappointed to not be able to see you on Friday. I had some regrets about not staying the second night to be there for Saturday, but it just wasn't practical for me, and it was probably for the best that I went home when I did.
For your wallet.
Yes, exactly.
We left with full hearts and empty wallets.
Indeed, we did. This was and for when you purchase tokens, this was the little pouch that they came in. Mm-hmm. So now this is holding all of my loot, my stickers, my erasers, all that stuff. But got to keep a little bag, so that was cool. That was another really nice touch.
Yeah, Casey said he's like, here, take this bag and keep it. And then I got some keychains as well.
Oh, very cool.
Oh,
very cool.
I did
I was
not
hoping for the
see
keychains.
Jungle
I didn't.
Rumblers.
I didn't get the keychains. I was hoping.
I
for
didn't get
those.
the keychains. I didn't see them.
Yeah, you just got to know which one to go in. So, which is cool.
On
'Cause
that-
I like this boxer one because I did not
That's
design
great.
it, but I animated
Right.
it as one of those Instagram gifts.
Oh, that's so cool. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
That was
Yeah.
from Lane and
Is-
somebody
Oh,
else.
Can
hang
you
on,
hold-
guys. I just did this one. I just posted about that one.
Yeah.
I believe
Can
it's
you hold
Aurelian.
the other one real quick?
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it is Aurelian. Yes, that one.
Mhm.
That one's Aurelian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jungle
Ryan, can
Rumblers.
you hold up the other one for me real quick? It looked like there was an extra tag on there.
There
That's
is.
Clink room. Is there?
is.
Look
It's-
at that. It's like a charm.
It says the clink room on it. I don't know if you
That is so cool.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about. They don't have to do that. Everything is
Right.
quality.
Exactly. Right. That
Yeah.
is so cool. That's a great touch. I love that.
Yeah.
See,
it's
now I
nice.
want to go back just so I can just dump a bunch of money in the machines and just get out every piece that I
But
that I missed.
You know what? Though? You know what? When Casey couldn't find my little interlocking pins, he's
Yeah.
like, "I'll just mail them to you." So I'm sure if you
Nice.
send him a message
Right.
and said,
Yeah.
"I want some of those
Right.
keychains," he'll
Yeah.
send them to you.
We actually
Yeah.
got a message from Taylor today on the buy sell trade group. Please don't do this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to invoice anything.
Please stop.
He just needs a break from the past 2 days.
Yes, yeah, that's for sure. That's
As an
for sure.
educator, I 100% understand that.
Yeah.
Because I can just imagine the assault that he's been under since posting all the pictures and everything of what's in the shop.
Yep.
Well, I've heard a
Oh, so you
rumor
want to
that
say?
I've heard a rumor that some of the pre-sales rolled in, but they have been just a touch busy the last few days, so they're
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
Oh,
There was half a rack that Holly was showing us all the boxes and everything because they're all still in the boxes, so we didn't actually see any of the hats from the pre-order.
I'm going to say that was a
pre-order group.
solid 4 pallets that came in.
It was a lot. Yeah, there was a lot of hats. So, yep. Yeah, so good stuff still to come for pre-orders if you're waiting on some, without a doubt. And then,
I also, and I will, this will just be a very quick thing. In my bedroom, I have, and I'm not going to say where they came from. You can probably guess. I have 25 Clink 1.0s and encrypteds sitting that we're going to do something for Clink 6th anniversary.
Oh, it's like
Very
Clink
cool.
University where we get to sit and the Clink room professor is gonna teach us stuff.
Mhm.
Well, I got called the KRS-One, the teacher of Clink Room. So, hey, I'll roll with it. So, but
Hey.
put it this way: this collection think of me as a museum, and I'm a curator, and these are on loan to the museum. But literally,
shout out our guy. Shout out our guy.
Shout out our guy.
Yeah.
Shout out our guy.
Yeah.
But honestly, these are hats that I'd never seen in person. These are hats I never thought I'd see in person. And I never thought I'd see both Mishka collabs in the same place at the same time. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. That's all.
Are you holding back on who supplied that for you so I don't ruin it?
That he wishes to remain anonymous.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
And yes, so yeah.
Glad I asked.
Yep. But
Glad I
Oh wait,
asked.
Aaron, do you know?
Yes, I do.
Aaron does know. Yes. Yes, Aaron does know.
We'll have to fly him with Vino Veritas and see what the truth comes out.
No, out of respect. Well, and to be honest, it's another thing. Like,
Yeah, you're
just
right. Out of respect to
it's a testament to this community and how trusting this community is, so on and so forth. Because I mean,
Uh-oh.
I'm sitting on,
There we go.
if you figure 1.0s average about $100 a pop, I'm sitting on $2,500 worth of hats that are not mine.
And some of
Oh,
He's not supposed to talk about it, apparently.
yeah. Some of them are irreplaceable. Like some of them, you can't replace them.
They're one of
Yeah.
ones, or
They're
there's no way. No way.
There's just no way.
Yeah.
Considering I've never seen the two Arizona ones
Mm.
ever at
Now,
any hat
who's-
club in Arizona, and I live in Arizona. That's
Ryan looks like he's about to pull something up.
Oh no, I was just gonna switch hats.
oh,
There you go.
I was like, does Ryan have a 1.0 he's about to show us?
No. Sorry.
no. So to the person that supplied the 1.0s with me, thank you. I appreciate it.
So one of
That's
the
very cool.
one of the questions that those of us who were jealous that we could not be there, we were pestering our two friends here that got to go, is we were like, what did you pack? What did you pack for your trip? So I did go through and snip from Aaron's pictures
That's a good capture.
4 clinks that he wore on that night, because they showed up at various point in his photograph. So
That's a
he
good
went with
capture, Matt.
9 tails, and he
Yeah.
had the Medusa,
Yeah.
and I forget what the hummingbird's called, but
Ruby
That's
Throat,
Ruby
and
Throat.
that's the original.
Ruby
right.
Throats.
and then
Mhm.
the clink. So I don't know if you
And
took
that
any more.
clink, that's the golden,
golden
ticket
clink.
clink.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
see,
That's the golden
and
ticket.
see, so fitting with the Willy Wonka theme, I thought it was fitting that's the hat that I travel in and wear as I walk into the shop, is the golden ticket. So there was intention, behind that. And I even broke out. Now I neglected to take pictures of them, but I even broke out some of do you remember the back hit pins that came out that had like, it was a combination pack that had a mystery pin in each one.
Yep.
I broke out some of those for the occasion as well. So
do they sell those at the storefront?
I think
I
they're
did-
available.
I didn't
I
see them,
saw
but I think they
one.
might
I
still
saw
be.
one up at the counter.
Oh,
They're in
okay.
the vending
So much.
machines. They're
Are
for
they?
sure in the vending
Oh,
machines.
they are. Oh, very
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
Because
Very
you
cool.
can buy them on the website still. They're still available for
I
sale.
think so. Yeah.
At least
Well-
they were last week.
So going back to that, I'll bet you I know where the ones in the gacha machines came from. There were a whole bunch of packages that were incorrect, misprinted, so on and so forth.
Oh, okay. So they just
And
opened them
that's
up and put
what
them in there.
I ended up coming home with when he first got him. I was one of the first people to see
Oh,
that.
I remember. Okay, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And Casey's like, these are never going to sale.
Right.
Grab them. Grab
Nice.
a chunk. So I got a set for my sister, a set for me to rock, a set for stock, and a set for Blaze. So
That's very cool.
Aaron, Zach said you're gonna have 2 full sleeves in a month.
Yes.
And I'm not even joking.
that's-
I've got
that's-
another tattoo
that's-
session coming up now.
right. I know you.
Yeah.
You told me about that.
Yeah,
All right, Ryan,
Yeah, just
Ryan,
go-
did you-
just
Ryan, did you partake? Are you a tattoo guy, or because I don't have any tattoos personally, but were you tempted?
No. My sons are tatted up, and I'm just so anal. I'm like, what can I put on that I am not going to regret years from now?
yeah,
And
sure.
I can't think of. I mean, at one point, you see the stormtrooper back there, but I have a full stormtrooper costume, and I was part of the 501st, and I did
What?
that.
Oh my God! Really?
I was like, oh, maybe I'll get my TK number, like 3034.
Yeah.
Here's what
Yes.
happened. I did it for like 9 years, and then on the local level, we got these new leaders, and they were backstabbing, and they were
Aw,
terrible, and they
that's
were
too
calling
bad.
people names, and I was like, I'm done.
That's
Like
it.
half the
Oh,
garrison
that's a bummer.
left.
Fuck.
And I'm like, I'm
That's
so
too
glad
bad.
I don't have that tattooed on me right now.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh, that's too bad. That's too
My,
bad.
my thing was, I was the same as him. I was the same as Ryan. Like if I ever got a tattoo, it better damn sure mean something to me.
Mm, yeah.
And this was just it was everybody.
Yeah.
It was to commemorate
It meant something. Yeah.
It meant some. Clink means something to me. It probably means something more to me than it does for a lot of collectors. Clink is my tribe. It's a sense of belonging. It's a sense of contributing artistically, and yeah. So this one definitely. My next one will be my kids related somehow.
Oh, there you go. That's cool.
Yeah. But this was it was a time. It was time in a day. And if I could bottle it up and give it to you, I would be more than happy to.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I could just see it. Ryan's gonna get a giant tattoo of the Monument Valley, the desert sunset on his back. I'm calling it right now. That's gonna be the one the dam breaks, and he's just gonna get his whole back filled in with the
Who's gonna enjoy that? I don't even go swimming.
Oh no. He's gonna get this one on his belt, on his chest. Right here, fire breathing.
Yeah, right.
Just up through the shoulders.
Yeah, that's no. I actually like my clown one, but it would never. It needs to have a black background behind it. So, I mean, that's.
And Ryan, you don't have that.
Yeah, it's not me.
Well, I did say in our chat, if I were to get a tattoo, I would be sorely tempted to get the classic ray gun. That would be because
there you go.
Sci-fi has been such a key part of my life, and I collect the action figures, and I've got the Lego Star Wars stuff. So, if I were to get a tattoo, I'd be very tempted to get the ray gun as a tattoo.
Wait,
Go ahead,
Not
Glenn.
for nothing. The side patch for that, the rocket ship.
Oh, that was so cute.
Yes.
I love that rocket.
I'm highly considering doing that as part of Gabriel's tattoo.
Okay.
Very cool.
With his initials and birth date in the trail.
Was that rocket ship also designed by COD and Dan Ryan?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Is that a Casey?
Was it Casey?
No.
Was that a Casey special?
No. Sarah Sexton Designs.
Okay.
Did a lot of that batch. I think she did most of them, if not all of them. You'd have to ask Casey. Because yeah. Which is great because Sarah only had one design that made it, and that's the one I traded Matt. He the butterfly, the Emperor. What was it called? That's not the Emperor.
It's the Emperor Moth, or it's something Moth.
It's a gorgeous hat.
If I were still upstairs, I could just reach up and grab it. I've moved downstairs for the
right.
It is gorgeous. It should get a recolor. Seriously, like that's a beautiful design.
It is a very well done design, and I think honestly, I'm gonna look it up, but I think that's the only one she ever did.
Yes, that's the only colorway it's ever come in.
Here's your tattoo, Ryan.
There we go.
Oh,
very true. Very true.
Oh, no, sorry. She had two. Emperor Moth was one. Killer Sunset was the other. It was the orca.
Oh, yeah.
It was the killer whale jumping over the sun.
That's a good one.
And that got the OG, 2 Clink Classics, and a fresh colorway.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Matt, since I know that we're running long, so let me just show a couple. I'll just show a couple of the special hats from that came from the shop, and then we can jump into crits, I assume.
Yeah, no, actually, I'm gonna say we're gonna hold crits to next week. We might do double crits.
Yeah?
We're not gonna have a guest. There's no guest this weekend. It'll be just our crew, and we can talk about this week's crits and we can talk about next week's crits because I think this is a very unique week, and maybe Ryan's tired. I don't know, but
I'm exhausted. I'm still flushed from driving yesterday.
But this is a one-time thing. Clink's never going to have a
Yeah.
grand opening again.
Yeah.
So I think we can
fair enough.
deviate from the schedule. And I mean,
That's
I'll
cool.
just say, like, I thought this was a banger week for crits, and I actually want to talk about a whole bunch of them. And we're at an hour and a half, so I don't want to go 3 hours. So
fair enough.
We'll bump those to next week, and we'll do a double crits.
Love it.
A double crit.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
We better.
Yeah. Somebody has a rooting interest. Do we have any knowledge if any of them made it to the shop?
Yes. Glenn's hat made it to the shop.
Well, Glenn's hat was the top vote getter this week, right?
The Riz.
I wouldn't say Glenn's hat. I would say Zach's hat.
Glenn and Zach. Sorry, Glenn and Zach.
And I would like to point. Go ahead.
Yeah, Zach did an amazing job on it. I'm sorry, Charlie is all up in my business.
Hey,
But yeah, that was Zach's hat, not mine. I aided and helped a little tiny bit, and had the concept inspiration that inspired him. But Zach's just phenomenal.
well,
I think you need to put
congratulations,
Charlie back
Glenn,
up.
and congratulations, Zach. Nice job.
Thanks. Yeah, he went to the cat tower now.
I did want to recognize, even though Adam's left the show, Muddy Buddy went out on top, and so
Nice.
that closed on Friday, or closed Sunday night, and great performance for that combo. And we all know how much Adam loves his animals. I mean, at my house, I call my animal companions and my fur kids, because we don't have human kids, but we pamper ours. So I'm very happy for Adam's success, and happy that people liked it. I mean, we all know Adam here in this panel, but like other people bought it because they just thought it was a fun design or a cool design. So happy for him. So tip of the hat, literally. And then Ryan, you've got yours in the shop. Any thoughts about that? You want to pump it up? Here, I can put it on the screen.
Oh yeah, pull it up.
The version that's in the store. Yeah, that'd be good.
Let's go back. Pre-orders. So this will definitely. I have not yet pre-ordered it. I was kind of holding out because I'm cheap and I like to do my 3 hats at once, so I get free shipping. So I had a couple.
I would call it clink math, and it makes you smart.
But this will be ordered before Sunday for me personally. I love like Ryan. I'm a big fan of color, and this makes me feel much like 80s Velvet Elvis, kind of stuff that people would have. I feel like I just went to that store in the mall that would have all those like Blacklick posters, but this is classier than the kind of stuff they'd have at the mall.
You're saying it's classier than Spencer's. I agree.
It's a Spencer Gifts colorway. But
forget Lisa Frank. It's Spencer Gifts.
Yeah, there it is.
I say that with love. So I mean, that's not a criticism. So.
Oh, mine wasn't either.
Oh, you got scrapes, Aaron. Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, you want to show off what you brought? We've got, since we're not doing the crits, you guys want to show what caps you got?
Sure. Let me go corral some stuff real quick.
Right, we'll let Aaron go first. Yeah. Show and tell, Aaron. And
Let's
Ryan, I'm assuming, did you get any?
Yeah, I did.
All right. Here.
All right. So a couple of big standouts for me.
Okay.
The first is, this one is called Conga Bunga, I think it's called.
I have not seen anybody take
it's
pictures of this one. I saw it on the wall pictures and
Conga Bunga. So apparently there is some sort of and lots of people were buying it. I definitely saw people buying it, but apparently this is a thing. There's like, people that dress up in gorilla suits and surf in San Diego.
No,
and so that's what the inspiration was behind this. It's credited to Kim. I'm assuming he drew this, but no, for sure I didn't get a chance to actually talk to him about it. but this was to me one of the standouts because it was the most different. You know, it wasn't just a fresh colorway. It wasn't something that we had seen already. It was truly a unique and special design. So had to grab that one. Then this particular hat has always been a favorite of mine. And I think in this color, it's just fantastic. And this is the Mint Circuit Spirit.
Pretty.
Okay.
Nice and clean.
Like a really manly
just
way,
real.
though, Aaron. A very
Yeah,
manly,
yeah,
pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Now, are you gonna,
I think it.
are
I
you
think it
gonna have
looks
to
great.
are you gonna have to go buy a shirt to match that, or do you have a shirt to wear that
No,
with?
yeah, I'm wearing my shirt that matches it. So I really was very, very excited about this when I got it. It's definitely one of my favorites for sure. Then there was a lot of talk about these two hats. This one is the hat that every Clink employee was wearing in the shop on Friday night. And both of these big Clinks that I'm going to show were done by Hillside Goods. But this is the let's see, what do they call it?
I called it the Frosty Head Clink.
It's actually called the Clink Pint.
Okay.
Yeah, the big Clink Pint is what it's called.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that one's very cool.
Glenn's
With the
gonna want one
metallic gold.
someday because it's
Or
beer
no, it's yellow.
related.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh yeah, it's a must.
And this one is I really, really like this one a lot. And even though it has a side patch, the side patch is almost tonal. So it
Interesting.
doesn't show tremendously, but
Oh, that's beautiful. That's so.
and that's one of my favorite side patches. I like the guitar pick one. I like the wave over the pencil. I think it's a really neat concept. But yeah, this is super cool with the brown button.
I might be picking that up in August when I'm out
Yeah.
there. So.
Yeah, this one is called
Lashing.
yes. Yep. And the flag,
Ooh.
flag and the back hit all match.
Is that copper? Is that a copper?
No, no, it's like it's more, I mean, it's not metallic. It's definitely not metallic.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what the color would be called, but it's just really nice. But
I feel like if we pull out
definitely,
our Crayola crayons, we would find that.
yes, yeah, we could probably find it. Yep.
Flesh. Oh, sorry.
And then briefly, I was already wearing this, but this is the new Dia de los Muertos Kong.
Mm-hmm.
And this one was necessary for me because I had traded away my OG. And so I was just excited to be able to get it back in the collection, even though it's not the OG. I'd still like to get the OG back in my collection. So if anybody has a 3/4 in the OG of this, hit me up. Let's see what we can do.
Or an 8. That's my favorite Kong.
Is it really?
And then this, I didn't even know they had. But so the card that I showed earlier where they were giving away free hats, they were giving away big Clinks. So you got your choice from all of the big Clinks that they had in stock. So the bones, I call it the bones side patch. I've always thought that was a pretty cool patch. I think it's neat, the way it says the Clink Room and the bones and everything. And when I was there for Adam's birthday party, they had one that had a red UV. But when I was choosing my hat and I told Holly, get me the bone side patch, she's like, which one do you want? And I'm like, what do you mean? And she said, well, there's the red, but there's also the Kelly Green. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. So,
and those ones aren't going to shop. They're not going online.
Right.
They're like in store
yeah.
only, I think.
So that was the freebie.
Cool.
So super cool on that. And then this is what I'm sure a lot of people were excited about. This is I think this is the raspberry.
It's pretty, very pretty.
Mm-hmm. And then this one surprised me a lot because I didn't realize that the embroidery was metallic.
Oh, cool.
So it's metallic
Get
silver
out.
embroidery. Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
I
wow.
had that in my hand until my wife said, "You already have that hat." And I go, "Yeah, but it's in a different color." And she goes, "Maybe it's in a different color."
Like, put that down, stupid.
Yeah.
The downside of bringing your spouse.
That
to the
is
wedding.
true.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was also another version of Dear Woman.
I like that.
Yeah, I have the
version.
OG on that.
Yeah, I do like this a lot.
It's got great contrast.
Very much so.
Ryan would probably approve of the silhouette.
Yes, it works well.
And then, even though it's like close to the original one was black, but this is a navy blue and Kelly green underway. And what I really, really am happy about it is that on my original one that I had, this was crooked. So this one is the straightest one I could find. This is much better.
That batch looked a little more
Mhm.
centered than
Yes, much better.
previously. So
Yep. And then Scrapes Indigo.
I should have gotten Scrapes. I really
Mm.
should have.
Yeah.
So I don't want this to come across wrong, but the two recolors, Scrapes is probably my most frequently worn Clink hat. So I love that hat. And let me just say, I am so thankful that I got it in the OG colorway because it's still my favorite colorway. That's just,
I get it.
I mean,
No, I
different
totally
colors
get it.
are
OG
different.
Scrapes?
Well, remember when they
Yeah,
redid the 6-pack for the first anniversary? Where it was
I have the teal version.
Yeah, the teal version. So they redid them all in their original colorway. So it was except for they did Scrapes, Roadkill,
Well, Roadkill was not
Wallbats.
original.
I
was not the
I shouldn't say
original
all
either.
of them, right? So,
So,
but
the
they
original-
redid that pack.
the original
that
Wallbats was
Scrapes came in
navy.
teal. Gotcha.
Scrapes and the Scrapes came in a different colorway too.
It's like a
Oh, really? Okay.
The 1.0.
and, like, with metallic.
Oh, I thought the
stripes.
teal.
Wait,
I thought
that's
the teal was the original colorway.
No,
Yeah, me too.
Oh, okay.
That's not the original.
No. I'll have to look it up.
No, but
That's cool.
Oh,
There's like a periwinkle blue color with like metallic copper band-aids. I've seen that picture and I'm like, what and how?
What?
Okay.
What?
I always thought the teal one was actually.
I
an
thought
OG
I had
colorway.
the original. Yeah, I thought I had the first one, but I still love the color that I have. Like
Yep.
I love my.
Yeah, that teal
teal
one is
version.
really, really.
Let's throw to Ryan. Ryan, what'd you bring home?
I only bought 3 hats, so I mean,
You're a
sorry
smarter
about
man.
It's hard to follow.
Look at this
Yeah,
Aaron.
you're
Hard to
responsible
follow, Aaron.
adult.
This is my San Onofre, but it's in a blue. I think it's called Endless or something like that. It's kind of cool. It's got like a peach color back here, which is interesting.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah,
There's no
that is nice.
peach in this at all. It's all yellows and oranges, but it
Oh,
still
wow.
works. It's
That's
nice.
very cool.
And then I got Valley Heat because I actually worked on this with Casey, and
I
it was
like that
anonymous.
hat.
It was anonymous, so I never got one. I'm like, I should probably own that one. So
Gotcha. Oh, that's the original one. Okay, gotcha.
yeah,
You got that. That's
I'm gonna have to put you in my spreadsheet as a co-creator of that because I keep all the artist names in there.
yeah.
So I own that
I
one
have
too.
I have a Pinterest page just for myself. I can send you the link. It's like all the Clink hats I've worked on.
Oh,
And then this
okay.
one was a mystery hat, and of course you're gonna know why I like it. Crazy colors, right?
I have that one. I think of that. You know the song Crab Dance?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you'll have to look it up. It's silly. It's very
So yeah, and this is a size 7. Like it's not even my size. I'm like, I don't care. I just need to own it because it's like it's so beautiful.
Well, all the pinks, the pinks are really nice on that. I mean, that looks great.
Yeah. And they really pop against this. It's kind of dulled in this through the video here, but yeah, it's just eye candy.
I think it looks
So,
great.
Yeah, those are the ones that I got.
Nice.
I've said before that you're a collector when you buy a hat in a size you can't even wear
Yep.
because you just want to own
Yeah.
it.
Yep. Done that a number of times.
Which Me too. All right, Paco, what you got?
All
What you
right.
got?
So I believe the original Clink Room scrapes is in blue,
Aha, thank you.
not teal. Because hey Matt, you've got the original sew out for that, right? For scrapes.
I have the
What do
teal
you
one.
mean?
I
What do
have
you
the
mean the
teal
original
version.
sellout?
Patch.
Sew out. The sew out. The
Oh.
swatch.
Oh yeah.
I do. Yes, it's upstairs.
It's in blue. I think the original's
I'll
in
go
blue.
get it.
So, all right, here we go. You ready? Let's do it. Ready? Okay. So I got the, of course, the 2-pack of Clinks.
It had to be done.
Had to be done. That was,
Hillside.
yep, that had to be done. I got the, I think this is the Mist version of the Big Clink.
Mm.
So, I went very tealish and mint heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I got
Oh, cherry bomb.
cherry bomb. I got after I saw Zach wearing this, I had to get it. I was like, this
Yep.
looks so stinking good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of pure white rail hats, but this was just freaking phenomenal. I even like the white eyelets on this one.
It's good. It's so
Yeah.
good. I
It
mean,
is so
yeah.
good. It is so good. I'm very happy to have that. Like Aaron, for my other big clink, because my wife didn't want one. I got the bones with the
green.
Kelly.
Nice.
Yep.
Yep.
I got here we go. I got the Omar.
Ah, there you go.
And this is all metallic gold
Yeah.
in there.
Pretty.
Green UV,
Nice.
metallic gold.
I feel like if you get that, you have to get Omar to sign it.
I should. I should. Now I've got another big Omar sticker that I want him to sign, but I got
Oh, one of the wrestlers from Hakobo.
one of the luchas with the steel chair.
And if,
Oh, I didn't notice the chair in the photograph till you held it up. That's cool.
Oh
If
yeah,
you-
that was a.
I don't even like.
I
Oh,
dig
that's
pro
cool. That
wrestling.
is cool.
I dig lucha.
That is cool.
I dig lucha libre. So this was really must have. I got, of course, I saw that and I was just like, instantly grabbed it. I got. Oh, Aaron, did you get this one?
I did. Yeah, that was the
So
first one I
Tom-
showed. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
I was out. So
Yeah. I had to grab that. That was a must. Oh, I forgot about that one.
the purple and gold Roman Ronin in
Puma.
armor, gold, and then gray UV. A couple of other things to show of note, because the Mercs will be endorsing our next product.
There you go.
Nice.
Very cool.
Definitely gonna need that after being in the mountains this past weekend.
There we go. Keep your hats clean. Oh, Aaron, hang on a second.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there it is. That is so cool.
I need
That's
that.
hella
I need
cool.
one.
That came from one of the machines, you said?
No.
Yeah.
What?
No. That came from
That's
that came from a worker who
Oh,
asked me, "Do you have one of these?"
Oh
I
no,
said
God, I
no.
wish I'd known. Oh man, I wish I'd known. I would have grabbed one of those too.
I said no, and she said, "Here you go." It was Holly.
Oh, Holly's the best. Holly's the
And
best.
Hang on.
There it is. That's super cool.
Wow.
All I can say is that when I visit the store in August,
Yeah.
I may spend most of my money on the gumball machine, the whatever. I forget.
oh, and this was Saturday's ticket. This was Saturday's.
Ooh.
Oh, no kidding. That's hella cool. I
So
like that.
yeah. So that was my haul. The kids, I kid you not, the kids got 3 hats each.
Nice.
They got my Frankie got the COD, the swinging axolotl, the one that just dropped because she loves axolotls. That was her first, and Gabriel's was Heather's Pets Dia de los Muertos one. So those are the first 2 clinks. Their second 2 were big clinks. Gabriel got the rifle, and Frankie got like the gray with the white clink, and it's kind of like mint or misty, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
And then their third was Leon's recolor of the Cardinal one, and
yeah.
Page one, and then
Yes,
Frankie
yes.
got desert turquoise, the silver and turquoise hats. She got
nice.
Full counts like the desert scape. I forget what it's called. But yeah. Ryan.
Oh, Ryan.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Guess what? I got it in the vending machines, and I have no emotional connection. So whoever wants to just pay for shipping, I'll send it to you.
Right here.
Okay. I can't see
Right
who
here.
that is.
I'll say it's Aaron. I'll send you.
That was Matt. That was Matt. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'll send you a message.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Well, so while we're doing show and tell, since this came up,
Oh, there it is. Yep.
yep.
I
That's-
always saw it as like a periwinkle color, in the advertisements.
It
They
kind of
showed it.
is.
It always looked periwinkle, which blew my mind because I had never seen anything from New Era in that shade of periwinkle. Just distortion of the color.
so Paco, when I meet you in person someday, I'm going to need you to autograph this.
Oh,
Oh,
bro, how did you get one of those?
The very first live stream. This was in my box.
nice.
Wow.
Oh
and then
my.
I also got one of these in a live stream.
Oh. Hey, so by the way, Matt, the original sketch, the original artwork for the BP Mercs is hanging up downstairs.
Nice.
And it's way up there so nobody can touch it.
That's what they told you anyway.
Yeah, that's
That's
what they
funny.
told me. So
Also got one of these swatches.
Wow.
So I don't have anything close to the Paco treasures, but I got a couple of sweet things. And so in particular, one of the very first live stream, I basically begged Taylor. He knew that this is my most worn clink. And I was like, oh, it was held up to the camera. And I sent him a message and I'm like, please put that in my box. And he did. So thanks, Taylor, for this. And I'm guessing he's the one who put the BP Mercenaries in the box as well. So
I love it. I love it.
it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll be more than happy to sign it.
Yeah. And someday I'd like to meet Blaze. The pictures, I mean, I don't know him at all. So seeing the two of you there at the event, that was cool.
It's funny because everybody knows Blaze, but Blaze doesn't really talk a lot. But you get him on a show like this, he's all about it.
So we should have him on sometime.
I think we should. I've asked him, and he said he's down.
You mean when we debut the BP Mercs Triple C track?
There you go.
Hey, maybe. So no, Blaze. I think we're taking a. I don't know if we're taking another break per se, because usually the rush to put out something and put the final touches on them, like I just make the beats. Blaze is the one that has to write, record, edit, mix, master, and upload. So I'm kind of like,
Having
we're on
written
each
a
other's.
dissertation and a thesis in my life, I get it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where he's on my time as far as me creating the beats, but once I send him over to him, I'm on his time. So, and once the grand opening got announced, like I literally had like 3 or 4 rough drafts in my inbox. And yeah. So, are we covering pre-orders?
Well, I was just noticing that Ryan and I are right next to each other.
Oh
yeah, look at that.
I told my husband that that our design had made it into the top 6, and presumably we'll make it in the top row when we get to the final week, because Ryan's is up. So if you are interested in Thirst for Danger, you have until May 3rd, which is this Sunday, and then the window closes. And these days, waiting for dead stock is a very risky proposition.
Oh yeah,
But
don't
they're
risk
not
that.
doing dead stock sales anymore via the store, right? Isn't that what they said? That they're saving dead stock for like the traditional dead stock drops?
They will be available in
I don't
stores.
know, but I
I
do know that like the ones that came out today are very picked over. So I just think pre-ordering is the way to go. So Flanny's got his Hail Mary. I think that one runs out Sunday too. Is that correct?
It does.
No, it's a week from Sunday.
Oh, is it?
so
No, yeah, it's the 10th.
Flanny's closes the same weekend as mine. So I'm probably not going to catch Flanny. But if you want Ryan's beautiful drinking tiger, you got to do it by Sunday, everybody. Just letting you know that. So,
and then the penguins down below.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that one
that's
just came on the shop, right?
That's a must-have.
Yeah.
And so this just came out. So you've got till May 24th. That's your window.
Yeah.
But don't wait. Order now.
Mhm.
Yes.
Indeed.
I think this is going to stitch amazing.
I just worked on the embroidery for that and put a bunch of like fur wrinkles and
Oh yeah.
contour
Oh,
lines.
very cool. Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
let me ask a follow-up, Ryan. So you mentioned that when you're walking around and you're looking at the hats, one of the things that you're thinking about is when you design some of the hats that in the future you might alter or think about when you're doing that.
Well, honestly, like I do them and then I know Casey goes over them and I don't know what changes he makes. So honestly, I was looking at him going, that looks cool. Did I do that or did Casey do that? That's all I was really doing.
Okay.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, I think we're getting better at the details, basically, being more careful with, because like the dangerous waters, the shark one just kind of got blown out, those top ripples. So if we were to do that over again, I would have it almost all be flat and maybe just the ripples and the fin be like a level 2 and that's it. So
I'm very curious how this
Oh, he's gone.
yeah.
Somebody tell a joke.
I got a joke. Why don't blind people go skydiving?
Oh dear God! Oh wow!
Yeah. Why? Yeah, that could. Where could that go? Why?
Because it scares the dog.
Jesus Lord!
That's really good. I like that. That's
Holy cow!
That's a
good
good one
stuff.
for Adam.
That's really funny. It scares the dog. I love that.
Oh my God!
if
That's a good one.
How do can I share my screen somehow? Because if so, I can pull up the embroidery for that one we were just talking about.
Oh,
Nope. I guess not.
I think the only person who can share is Matthew, because we're all guests. But you can probably send us.
I see share screen on my studio screen. So if you're on the Restream studio Restream studio screen, Ryan, down on the bottom there's like a control panel, and right in the middle it's the screen with the arrow up.
Oh,
do you see that? I think if you hit that, then you might be able to share.
Let's do that.
You can try.
I'm back. Yeah, if you click on the plus sign, it gives you option to share.
Okay. You guys see that?
Sometimes.
No, can't see it.
You can't see nothing?
Just you.
Just me. Oh, okay. Let me try it again. I just need to pick the right. Let's hit stop sharing and let's try it again. Okay, select a tab to share.
Yeah, give me a second. It's asking me if I'm going to give permission, but my connection's being very wonky.
You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm just going to take a screen grab of it, and I'll just send it really quick via Instagram. Let's see, cancel. So you guys can see it. Okay. I'll just send this to Matt really quick, and maybe he can pull it up.
All right. If my computer doesn't go crazy.
Okay, it is sent.
Yep. All right. Give me just a second here.
So this will be a good example. You can see what is different levels, how they've been figured out. And then also the additional lines I added for the stitching. There it is. So
nice. Okay, that's very cool.
So the white is going to be stitched right up against the fabric. That's level 1. So I got the eyes, so they're deep set. And then yellow is the second level, right? And then the blue is going to be the thickest, level 3. And so I also added in a bunch of like contour lines. I added the lines for the teeth. I added just a lot of lines in the fur and stuff like that, so that they show up in the embroidery.
That's
very cool.
There's your behind the scenes right there.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. That's so cool.
There was a black.
That makes it even more exciting.
Black hat that was a Cerebus, and the mouth of that is so recessed that the eyes are going to have that same depth where they sink in. I'm very excited to see the stitch.
Yeah, there was one that was it Aaron or Paco that held up the luchador with the, with the thing. That one we did, the mouth is open and it's like level 3, and then the teeth is 2, and then the inside of the mouth is 1, and you can really feel the depth in there. Worked out really well.
Oh, we have a question from the chat. Matt Bushel of Awesome asked if you had anything to do with the embroidery mapping for Slow Jams, the sloth with the headphones.
At that point, I just took over doing all of it. In the past, someone else was doing the mapping what the different levels are, but I was going in and adding the lines, the embroidery for the fur and all that kind of stuff. So someone else decided what was going to be raised and low on that one.
I have to say that the 3D embroidery has become one of my favorite things of Clinks. And that's always the thing when they show up. Sometimes I regret not pre-ordering something because it's stitched so much better than I expected. And then it's just, it's a little unpredictable because, you know, we base our pre-orders off of relatively flat prototype, but what shows up sometimes can look amazingly different and in a good way with the depth.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I want to thank everybody. If I don't know how many people we still have in the audience because I've had such a challenging time with my connection here. I need to reset my router apparently, but thanks everybody.
Because I got to put it to bed, but I just put my order in, so I got that one that the Savage Kong that Ryan was just talking about.
Nice. Very cool.
And the bully one, bully proof.
Yay!
Yay.
We might make the top 4 before it's over.
That'd be cool.
So I'm out, y'all.
All right, thanks for coming.
Right on, Paco. We'll see you.
And I want to thank Ryan for joining us from Salt Lake. Ryan, I'm going to come to your neighborhood in July. So I don't know, maybe a workout, maybe we can grab lunch or something like that. I don't know. I'll send you a message. My parents live in Denver, and we're going to come across and we're going to stop and break some fossils open in Wyoming, and then probably spend the night in Salt Lake. So maybe we can get dinner or something like that. But
yeah, definitely, that'd be fun. Okay. Thanks for having me. This has been a blast.
Good.
Yay.
We keep telling the other artists, because like every artist that comes on pretty much is like, I had a lot of fun, and I'm like, well, yeah, we're fans, you know.
I mean, I didn't think this was going to be a drag or anything. I'm like, oh,
right.
No, it's just fun to talk shop, and you guys know more about these hats than I do. I mean, yeah. So it's been fun, and I love how you guys were just secretly like swapping hats, and we come back. I'm like, am I on drugs? What's happening here?
That's the one question I forgot to ask Aaron. Did you have like some kind of fanny pack where you could just swap your hat in the Clink store? Like,
I've got one of those. I've got a six hat hard case that I took with me. So I had my backpack with me, and I just kind of stashed it over in a corner. And so one of the things that I'm sure people can relate to that have been there, it gets hot in the shop. So sweat in the hat is a thing. And so I would just keep checking my hat, and as soon as I started to sweat, I would swap out and get a different hat. So
but
yeah, I took 4 with me all together, and I just did. And what was really funny is that it took almost the whole night for Taylor to notice it. But yeah, at one point he was walking past me to go to the restroom, and he stopped and he turned around and he's like, "Have you been changing your hat all night?" And I said, "Yes, I have." And Casey took note of it when I wore the Medusa. That's when he noticed.
Somebody was doing that on Saturday night too.
Who was?
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
He had worn 3 different hats. And he walked by, and someone was like, "Is that guy wearing 3 different hats?" And I was like, "No. He's part of triplets, and they all wear a different hat, so you can tell them apart."
So we were chatting in our internal chat about the 2 of them that went. They got to meet some people that we've only know online, and so they made, they were like, this person was like pretty normal, or seemed like a low-key person. And my comment was the hat designer Ed Weird, who does kind of out there stuff, or like he's just got his kind of quirky vibe. And I said, I saw some pictures of Ed Weird looking very normal, and I said, I'm slightly disappointed that he didn't show up in a top hat with like steampunk like accoutrements. Like I wanted him to be like just kind of out there, but he looked pretty like a normal person. But with a name like Ed Weird, you never know. So.
And he was mostly normal.
That's his new name, Ed Mostly Normal.
Well, on that note, I think this panel is mostly normal, but not quite. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks Ryan for joining us. And Ryan, if if you've got a hat, well, you've got a hat in the shop right now, but in a few months, if you want to come back on and either share some cool stuff about embroidery, or you've got a hat that's in the shop, just reach out to me and let me know. And it's a lot of fun. So for those people who watch every week, tune in next week. We're going to have double crits because we skipped this week. And we'll take a look at some close-up pictures of the hats that are store exclusives beyond the ones that got held up today. So Taylor took some close-up pictures, and we'll go through and look at some of those and comment on the fresh colorways. There's a lot of Clink news this week, so we'll spread some of it over to next week. So we'll have a little wash over to the next week. So we don't have a guest plan, but just the panel will be on, and we'll talk about all that kind of stuff, and we'll look at all the crits hats for 2 weeks. And so tune in next Monday.
Very nice.
Have
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you so much.
Thank you.